So you're asking for tips how to stop being in your head in sex all the time and how to be more in your body. It's the women who are really in crisis about it. Men can also be in their head. It's not like a tip that you can learn and then you can, use it in sex and then you're going to be in your body. Likewise, it is not this mysterious force that you can't do anything about. Think of it as a sexual technique, a practice, a skill that you develop. So look, the first thing that's important in order to take control of this is to realize that being in your head and not being in your body is a choice. It is not something that happens to you. It's not something that, you just can't deal with. You are making that choice to be in your head and not to be in your body. And once you realize that, you have the power. An alcoholic cannot go dry until they say, I'm an alcoholic. You are not going to get rid of this until you admit to yourself that you are making this choice. In every moment of sex, there are two sources of input happening at any moment, right? There is the stuff in your head talking at you. That's one source. And there is sensation in your body that is flowing into you. So that's the second input. Those two inputs are always there in a sexual connection. Because you're having sex through your body, the input of sensation is always going to be there, but the input from your head is always going to be there as well, just because the head is a bastard. And you're not trying to have an empty head. Nobody can have an empty head. It's not an achievable goal, because then you would be a Buddha. From those two inputs, you are choosing which one you're listening to. So the presence of the two inputs is not a choice, but what you're listening to is a choice. To illustrate this with a metaphor, let's imagine that I'm talking to you and we have some music playing. So in this metaphor, me talking to you is your head talking at you, and the music playing is the sensation flowing into your body, right? So as a metaphor. Because those sensations in the body, they kind of feel like music, don't they? Like vibrating through your body, they're all happy and they give you feelings. Now, if I'm talking at you and the music is playing at the same time, tell me, do you have a choice which one you're going to listen to? You can decide to not listen to me. I will continue talking, you cannot get rid of me, but you can decide to not listen to me and listen to the music instead. What's going to happen? You're going to perceive all the music, you're going to enjoy the music, it's going to flow into you and you're going to feel what the music is supposed to make you feel, right? Then I will ask you a question and you will realize that you were not listening to me at all, you ignored me completely and you don't know what I was talking about before. So you chose to listen to music and as a result, I had no influence on you. Now let's take the reverse, which is what you are doing in sex. You're going to listen to me because you think that I'm more important than the music to listen to. After the conversation, will you remember the music? No, because the music didn't happen. It was playing, it was there, but you didn't receive it. So that is the effect that is happening in sex. You choose to listen to your head because you think that your head is more important than listening to the music, and as a result, whatever is happening, the sensations, whatever your lover is doing is not getting through because you're not listening to it, because you made a choice that is less important than the stuff in your head. Again, you don't have any choice about the two sources being there, but you made the choice which one is more important to listen to. And once you realize that, you have the power to make the other source more important. And the other source is more important, and that is the key to being in your body. In this moment, through the body, you have this really amazing, beautiful, nourishing energy flowing into you as a real conversation with your lover, a really special conversation through the bodies. There is love flowing into your body. There is this really special time of being in a space of that sexual energy, filling up with it, versus all the usual crap that we normally carry in our head, which is there any moment of the day. You can listen to it on the bus if you want to. So of course that is more important. Of course listening to your head is less important, right? And it's just realizing that that is the choice that you need to make. And just like in that metaphor, if you start listening to the music that is happening in your body, you will not know what your head is saying. So anybody who tells me that's impossible, I don't buy it. I've heard it 1,000 times working with women. The initial feeling that it's just impossible to get out of your head, but then if you actually start applying yourself and practicing this, you actually see that's actually quite easy. Probably not immediately, but with a bit of practice, it's surprising how fast it comes, yeah? Now, in the practical sense, what are other things that are important? Well, like I said, all that little detail that I give in those videos in that section, it will resolve all of this for you if then you just practice it. But a quick rehash. Now, here, obviously, the reality is always going to be like, are you having sex in the way that is like a good lovemaking? So this is common sense, yeah? That, the actual lovemaking itself has to be like good for your body, create really good sensations in your body, on your whole body, in the foreplay, in the genitals, in the intercourse. And sometimes people feel like, I'm really in my head. I can't get into it because, well, frankly, the sex that is happening just doesn't feel very good. We have sex in the physical reality of the body, and if something doesn't feel good, this is not a magic bullet to be present in your body and to turn something crap into something really amazing. Yeah, with the power of the mind being present in your body or not, we are either blocking things or not blocking them, or we are magnifying them or not magnifying them, but we can't turn them from crap into amazing. So your partner might be giving you like really nice sensation, but you're blocking it, or they might be giving you like a really nice sensation, but you feel very little of it because you're in your head. So you can enhance it by being present in your body. Like the lovemaking still needs to be good and skillful and with the understanding of a woman's body and the woman's sexual energy. Otherwise, of course, like if you're listening to really crap music, just by listening to it well, you're not going to make it into amazing music, right? You're just going to enhance more how crap that music is, right? So I just couldn't urge you enough. Sometimes women come onto my course and they are, well, what are the techniques that I can do for a man? Like, how do I touch the penis? How do I touch his body? And they go only to the parts of the course that are teaching women how to do everything for the man. Like that is the part for women, and sure it is. And they think that the techniques for women are not for you to study. How your body needs to be touched, how your body needs to be loved, how to stimulate your genitals, your clitoris, your vagina, how to move in penetration for you. No, pay, double attention to the techniques for women. Study them even more. Really, really understand how your body needs to be touched and treated. First of all, we need to have a vision of that sexual energy that is nourishing us, that is enriching us. Yeah, it's important to have that vision. That's why I build your vision first before we start any practices, because people often perceive sex as just like an interaction of personalities, me giving you pleasure, I'm giving you pleasure, and then it's all about like who's doing it well enough. But understand that you are together creating this source of really amazing energy. It's that energy of life that is super enriching, super nourishing. It really feeds you, and that is worth listening to absorb it. The second step, briefly, what I explained, making space to listen to this energy. So that's a really hard boundary that you're creating. So right now, I'm leaving all my crap in my head outside, all my daily life. Right now, I'm going into that space, into that field, into that garden of, this amazing energy. And from now on, that is what I'm going to listen to. It's literally just a decision, but it's an important one, because if you don't make it, then all the crap comes with you. And if you make it, then that's it, shoes left at the door. I'm not going to listen to any of this bullshit now. I'm going to listen to this. This is really precious. Yeah. Third step, really beginning to listen to all those vibrations, all those sensations in that space. Imagine that you're listening to that music, just like you would listen to music. Actually, listening to music is, the most similar experience to relate to, because I think listening to music is the most similar other experience that we have to sex. Yeah. It's basically like, a physical vibration that then converts into a feeling and has that really nourishing and enriching feeling. Same way as you would listen to music really intensely, trying to catch every feeling, you're listening in the same way to the feelings in your body. So the real attentiveness is one quality. Going deeper into the detail is another quality. Listening for the feelings it's actually producing, not just the sensation, is another quality. The expectations, what we discussed about the expectations, the major block. Yeah. If you remove the pressure of expectations, how it should feel, what it should feel like you just liberate your body to feel. So this is the practice, and just like any other practice, if you just understand that, you need to learn this skill, you need to practice it, again and again until you get better at it. And you really need to apply yourself to be learning this skill if you want your man to be applying himself to learn how to make love to your body, how to give really good sensations to your body, because this is what you give back. Once again, don't be discouraged. It is not impossible. It really is. Once you practice it, it becomes, it gets better so much, so quickly, and it completely transforms everything.